What if I told you that one of the most overlooked coins in America could be hiding a fortune that collectors dream about finding? What if a small Jefferson nickel, a coin that millions of people have handled without a second thought, could actually be one of the most shocking hidden treasures in today's auction market? Stay with me, because today's video is not about ordinary pocket change. Today, we're revealing three incredible Monticello Jefferson nickels that have stunned collectors, shocked auction houses, and turned forgotten collections into treasure hunts. These are the kinds of coins that many people accidentally spend, lose, or leave sitting unnoticed in old drawers, coin jars, and family collections. And here's the unbelievable part. The combined value of these three rare nickels reaches an astonishing $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. A handful of small 5-cent coins with the power to become legendary treasures in the collecting world. But don't skip ahead. The first coin we're revealing today has a fascinating wartime story, a unique mint mark, a special silver composition, and a level of collector demand that continues to amaze experts. Most people have seen this coin before and never realized what they were holding. Make sure to watch until the end, because each coin becomes more surprising than the last. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible auction discoveries, you're in the right place. Welcome back to USA Coin Reveal, the channel that brings you fresh coin discoveries, hidden wealth stories, and exciting collector updates every single day. Now let's uncover coin number one. Coin number one, 1944p Monticello, Jefferson nickel. The first coin on today's countdown is the remarkable 1944p Monticello, Jefferson nickel, a coin born during one of the most important periods in American history. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary nickel, but beneath its worn surface lies a story that continues to captivate collectors across the United States. To understand why this coin is so special, we need to travel back to the middle of World War II. During the war, nickel metal was desperately needed for military production. Because of this, the United States Mint changed the composition of Jefferson nickels and created what collectors now call the famous wartime nickels. The 1944p Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and carries a large P mint mark above Monticello on the reverse side. This was a historic moment because it marked one of the first times Philadelphia coins prominently displayed a mint mark on circulating coinage. On the obverse, or front side, the coin features the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson facing left. Around the portrait, collectors can find the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," along with the year 1944. Even in fine condition, these historic details continue to tell the story of America's wartime era. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the famous Monticello building, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while around the design are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. Most importantly, directly above Monticello sits the large P mint mark that immediately identifies this coin as a wartime issue. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its composition. Unlike modern nickels, the 1944p wartime nickel contains 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This unique blend was created because nickel metal was needed elsewhere during the war effort. The coin weighs approximately 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters. These specifications may sound ordinary, but together they represent one of the most distinctive emergency coinage programs in American history. Now let's talk about the hidden features that excite serious collectors. The large wartime mint mark immediately attracts attention. The silver content adds another layer of desirability. The historical connection to World War II makes the coin even more appealing. And when a 1944p example survives with strong details and attractive original surfaces, demand can become intense among collectors searching for premium examples. Another reason collectors love this coin is that many examples disappeared into circulation decades ago. Countless pieces suffered wear, damage, cleaning, or neglect. Finding an older fine-condition survivor with appealing eye appeal can still generate significant interest because every surviving example carries a piece of American wartime history. Collector demand for wartime nickels has remained strong for years. Many collectors build complete Jefferson nickel sets, while others specifically focus on silver wartime issues. This combination of historical significance, silver composition, and collector interest helps keep attention focused on the 1944p nickel. And now comes the moment everyone has been waiting for. The market value of the 1944p Monticello Jefferson nickel in the old fine condition described for today's video can reach approximately $400,000 according to the scenario being featured. That's the kind of number that transforms an ordinary-looking coin into a legendary treasure in the eyes of collectors. When viewers hear figures like this, they begin checking every collection, every inherited coin box, and every forgotten jar for hidden possibilities. Many experienced collectors believe that interest in historic wartime coinage will continue growing as more people discover the stories behind these remarkable pieces. Rare coins with strong historical backgrounds often remain among the most talked-about treasures in the hobby. If you're lucky enough to own a 1944p Jefferson nickel, examine it carefully. Check the large mint mark above Monticello, study the details, and preserve the coin properly. Avoid unnecessary cleaning because original surfaces are highly valued by collectors. Store your coin safely and learn as much as possible about its condition before making any decisions. The 1944p Jefferson nickel proves that extraordinary treasures can sometimes hide in plain sight. A small 5-cent coin from America's wartime years has become a symbol of history, rarity, and collector fascination. And amazingly, our next coin takes the excitement to an entirely different level. So don't go anywhere. Coin number 2 is coming up next, and its story is even more surprising. And remember, this is USA Coin Reveal, bringing you fresh, rare coin discoveries, hidden wealth stories, and exciting collector updates every single day. Coin number 2, 1943s, Monticello Jefferson nickel. Now it's time for coin number 2, and this is where today's treasure hunt becomes even more exciting. Imagine finding a coin that has survived one of the most dramatic periods in American history. A coin that circulated during World War II, passed through countless hands, and somehow managed to survive decades of change. Most people would glance at it and see nothing more than an old nickel. But experienced collectors know that hidden behind its ordinary appearance is a story of history, rarity, and remarkable collector fascination. The 1943s Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that many people accidentally overlook. Some are still hiding in old collections, forgotten coin jars, inherited boxes, and family keepsakes. Every year, valuable wartime nickels continue to be spent, misplaced, or ignored simply because their owners don't realize what they have. The story of this coin begins during World War II. America was fully engaged in the war effort, and critical metals were needed for military equipment. Because nickel metal was considered important for wartime production, the United States Mint changed the composition of Jefferson nickels. This decision created a special group of coins now known as wartime silver nickels, and the 1943S is one of the most famous members of that historic family. On the front of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson facing left. Around the portrait are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." Along with the date 1943, even in old fine condition, these details remain visible and connect the coin directly to one of the most important eras in American history. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Above the building appears the word Monticello. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. Most importantly, directly above Monticello sits the large S mint mark, identifying this coin as a San Francisco Mint issue. This oversized mint mark is one of the easiest ways collectors recognize a wartime nickel. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1943S Jefferson nickel is its unique wartime composition. Unlike regular nickels, this coin was struck using 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This special metallic mixture makes the coin stand out from ordinary Jefferson nickels and adds another layer of collector appeal. The coin weighs approximately 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and a thickness of around 1.95 millimeters. While these measurements may seem standard, they represent a unique chapter in United States coinage history when national priorities reshaped even the smallest coins in circulation. Collectors are especially attracted to the 1943S because of its combination of history and survival. Every surviving example tells a story. It witnessed wartime America, economic changes, and generations of circulation. Finding one today in attractive fine condition connects collectors directly to that remarkable period. Another factor driving demand is the coin's distinctive wartime mint mark and silver content. Many examples have been lost, damaged, cleaned, or heavily worn over the decades. Coins that retain pleasing details and authentic surfaces continue to attract strong attention from collectors who appreciate both rarity and historical significance. The collector market remains highly interested in wartime Jefferson nickels. Complete set builders, silver coin enthusiasts, and history-focused collectors all compete for desirable examples. This broad demand keeps these coins firmly on the radar of serious numismatists. And now comes the moment that makes people search through every old coin collection they own. The market value of the 1943S Monticello Jefferson nickel in the old fine condition described for today's video can reach approximately $500 zeroth. That's the kind of figure that transforms an overlooked 5-cent coin into a legendary hidden treasure. It is the type of discovery collectors dream about, and the reason so many people carefully inspect every wartime nickel they encounter. As interest in historic American coinage continues growing, many collectors believe important wartime nickels will remain among the most talked-about treasures in the hobby. Their combination of history, silver content, rarity, and collector demand creates a powerful attraction that continues generation after generation. If you find a 1943S Jefferson nickel, examine it closely. Look for the large S mint mark above Monticello and preserve the coin carefully. Never rush to clean it, as original surfaces are highly valued by collectors. Proper storage and professional evaluation can help protect its long-term collectible appeal. The 1943 Monticello Jefferson nickel proves that extraordinary treasures are sometimes hiding in plain sight. What appears to be an ordinary coin may actually represent a remarkable piece of American history and a prized collectible that collectors never stop searching for. But don't leave yet, because the final coin in today's countdown is the most shocking reveal of all. Its story, rarity, and collector demand take this treasure hunt to an entirely new level. And remember, you're watching USA Coin Reveal, bringing you fresh, rare coin discoveries, hidden treasure stories, and exciting collector updates every single day. Coin number 3, 1942p Monticello, Jefferson nickel. And now we've reached the final coin of today's incredible countdown. If you thought the previous discoveries were surprising, wait until you hear the story behind this hidden treasure. The 1942p Monticello, Jefferson nickel is one of those fascinating coins that countless people have handled without realizing its significance. It may sit quietly inside an old coin collection, a forgotten family inheritance, or even a container of loose change. Yet collectors across America continue searching for examples because they know this coin represents an important turning point in United States coinage history. The year 1942 was unlike any other. America had entered World War II, and the nation was rapidly adjusting to wartime needs. The demand for strategic metals was increasing, and the United States Mint began making changes that would eventually lead to the famous wartime silver nickels. Because of this historic transition, the 1942p Jefferson nickel occupies a special place in the eyes of collectors. When you examine the front of the coin, you'll see the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson facing left. Along the left side appears the inscription, "In God We Trust." To the right is the word "Liberty," followed by the date 1942. Even in old fine condition, these details preserve a direct connection to a dramatic period in American history. Now turn the coin over, and you'll discover the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate. Above the building is the word Monticello. Around the design appear the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The reverse side showcases one of the most recognizable designs in American coin collecting. One reason this coin attracts attention is its wartime-era identity. Collectors often view 1942 issues as coins from the threshold of one of the most significant changes in Jefferson nickel production. They serve as reminders of a nation adapting to extraordinary circumstances. The composition of this wartime-era Jefferson nickel consists of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This unique combination separates it from many other nickels and contributes to its lasting collector appeal. The coin weighs approximately 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of around 1.95 millimeters. These specifications may seem simple, but together they represent a remarkable chapter in American numismatic history. What truly makes the 1942p Jefferson nickel fascinating is the way collectors view surviving examples today. Many were heavily circulated, damaged, cleaned, or simply lost over the decades. Every attractive survivor represents a piece of history that managed to endure through generations of use. Another feature driving interest is the coin's historical connection to the wartime period. Collectors love coins that tell stories, and few stories are more powerful than those connected to America's World War II era. Each surviving example carries that historical legacy. Collector demand remains strong because this coin appeals to multiple groups at once. Jefferson nickel specialists seek it for their collections. Wartime coin enthusiasts appreciate its historical importance. Silver coin collectors recognize its unique composition. History lovers value its connection to one of the most important periods in the 20th century. And now, it's time for the reveal everyone has been waiting for. The market value of the 1942p Monticello Jefferson nickel in the old fine condition, described for today's video, can reach approximately $450. Zeroth numbers like these are why collectors never stop searching through old collections, inherited coin boxes, and forgotten jars of change. What appears to be an ordinary nickel can suddenly become one of the most exciting discoveries a collector could imagine. As collector interest continues growing, many enthusiasts believe historic wartime-era nickels will remain highly desirable for years to come. Their combination of history, rarity, and collector demand keeps them among the most talked-about treasures in American coin collecting. If you happen to find a 1942p Jefferson nickel, take a close look before setting it aside. Store it carefully, avoid cleaning it, and learn as much as possible about its condition. Preserving original details is one of the most important steps a collector can take. The 1942p Jefferson nickel reminds us that hidden treasures don't always look extraordinary at first glance. Sometimes the most valuable discoveries are the coins people overlook every day. That is exactly why experienced collectors continue searching, studying, and preserving these remarkable pieces of American history. Outro hook. So there you have it, 3 incredible Monticello Jefferson nickels with a combined featured value of $1.35 million. These small coins prove that hidden treasures may be sitting in places people rarely check. The next valuable coin could be waiting inside an old collection, a family inheritance, or a forgotten box tucked away for decades. If you enjoyed today's treasure hunt, make sure to subscribe to USA Coin Reveal, because we bring you fresh, rare coin discoveries, hidden wealth stories, auction surprises, and collector updates every single day. And before you leave, tell us in the comments, which of today's 3 Jefferson nickels surprised you the most? Coin number 1, coin number 2, or coin number 3? Don't miss our next video, because the next hidden treasure we reveal might be even more shocking than anything you've seen today.